I wonder if you can tell that I'm sitting all the way over on the edge to try and cover up the papers behind me. Hi, I'm Savannah. Welcome to our channel. I'm posting a video for once, and it's actually kind of like a story time, I guess? I don't know. Hi. I work at Subway. You know, eat fresh. That's actually not our slogan anymore, fun fact. It is indeed, I believe, so much sandwich, but I digress. I've worked at Subway for nearly a year now, and let me just say, I have multiple stories from working at Subway. Anything besides robberies, I probably have experienced in my job. So I figured, why not share them with you instead? So, the first story I'm gonna tell is the time I got into a fight with a customer over cookies. So, the night that this happened, another one of my coworkers was being trained as an assistant, going from a counter attendant, which is me, to an assistant. So, that night, it was me, my coworker, we're gonna name her Donna. It was me, Donna, and we'll name my store manager Jeffrey. Okay, so it's me, Donna, and Jeffrey. And we're sitting there, we're kind of busy. Subway gets really busy at nighttime. I don't know why, but Subway gets really, really busy at nighttime. So we have a little bit of a line. Everybody's caught up. The line is now at the register to be rung out. And this guy is with his group of friends. And one of his friends tries to pay for his order with a 50. And we can't take 50s or 100s unless the order is over 40 or over 80. So we're like, okay, listen, sir, you need to go find a place to break that. Normally we would refer you to next door. I'm next door to a Mexican restaurant. Save that for later. Normally we would send you next door, but they've stopped serving our customers to break the change. So he leaves, and they sit down. And I noticed that the guy that I had just rung out prior to him, the man in question, is eating cookies. And he's sitting down, he's waiting for his friend. His friend took the car to go break the change. So he's sitting there, and I said, "Sir, I'm sorry, I forgot to ring out your cookies. It was my mistake. Can you please pay for them so it's not counted as theft?" And he was like, "But you gave them to me." And I was like, "Technically I did, sir, yes, but I didn't ring them in, so technically it's counted as stolen product, even though it was my fault. I don't want you to get caught on the wrong end of anything." And like, yes, they're cookies, but sometimes like you never know who's coming in at the wrong time, who's coming in, like you just never know who's coming in. So I was like, "Sir, can you please pay for your cookies? I don't want a problem. I would just like you to pay for these cookies." And he was like, "But you gave them to me." So at this point, Donna walks over, and Donna's like, "Sir, what seems to be the problem?" And I go, "Well, Donna, I wrung out this man's order, and I seemed to forget his cookies, and I'm asking him to pay for them, because I don't want him to be counted with stolen product, or a theft." And she was like, "Okay, sir, it seems there was a mistake on her end. Can you please just pay for these cookies?" This man proceeded to put up even more of an argument. He said his whole logic this whole time was, "You gave them to me, therefore I paid for them because I have them because you gave them to me." He was sitting there eating them, and I was like, "Sir, you didn't pay for them. I didn't ring them out. I forgot to hit the button. I just need you to pay the $1.79 for these 3 cookies." And he was like, "But you gave them to me, therefore I paid for them." I was like, "Sir, no, you didn't, because I didn't hit the button." And so then Jeffrey walks up from the back, and he was like, "What seems to be the problem?" And I said, "Well, Jeffrey, I forgot to hit the cookie button on the POS. That's what our register is called, the POS, the point of sale. I forgot to hit the cookie button on the POS, and therefore he didn't get to pay for his cookies, and I'd like him to pay for his cookies so that way it's not counted as theft or stolen product. And he was like, okay, sir, there was a mistake on our end. Please pay for these cookies. And again, he goes on the spiel of, you gave them to me, therefore I paid for them because you gave them to me. And I was like, sir, you just need to pay for them. Eventually, we used a gift card somebody left behind that had 80 cents on it, and he paid like $1, and that was that. That's all he had to do. And then he left his table a mess. He left his receipt on the table and a sticker and a couple napkins, and I was like, thanks. Wild. I know, wild. I think the final story I'm gonna tell is one that I remember very vividly. It's the time I thought we almost got robbed. And normally I would be like, I would save this for another video, but the story's short enough to fit in like a Subway story compilation. So, like I said before, my store is next to a Mexican restaurant. And they used to close 1 hour before us. We used to close at 11. Our hours recently changed. But we used to close at 11 and they used to close at 10. And I think 9 on weekdays or something like that. Excuse me. So, I was closing. It was around 9:30. I was closing and we were dead. We were completely dead. Like, there were no customers. And I was like, okay. I was working with Donna. I was like, okay, Donna, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And she was like, okay. So I go to the bathroom, and at Subway, you're supposed to wash your hands twice, once in the bathroom and once on the front line. So I come back up, and I'm washing my hands, and Donna goes, should I call the police? And I was like, why? And she goes, and I look up, and the cameras are pulled up on our screen in the back. And the camera showing the back door shows a man standing with a buzzsaw. And I'm like, maybe we should call the police. Because he's just buzzing into the wall. And we don't know what he's doing. We weren't told anything. He was just buzzing into the wall with this buzzsaw. And we started freaking out. So, it turns out Donna was already texting our boss, Jeffrey, to see what to do. And she was like, okay. We're gonna be fine. She's texting Jeffrey, and she's like, there's a man at the back door with a buzzsaw, we don't know what's going on. And at this point, we had already contemplated pushing the panic button. So, we decided that we're gonna call the police, but we're not gonna push the panic button. Because the panic button would confuse the hell out of everybody and we might get in trouble. So I take the store phone and I call our local police department off of my phone. She texts Jeffrey. To see what to do. And she texts Jeffrey to see what to do, and he advises her to call our DM. We're gonna call her Rhonda. Jeffrey says, call Rhonda. So while I'm on the phone with the police, Donna gets the instruction. As soon as I get off the phone with the police, she immediately calls Rhonda. Now, here's kinda what the phone call with the police sounded like. Exactly. Canton Police Department. Hi, my name is Savannah, and I work at the Subway on, Bleep Avenue, and, basically, there's someone at the back door with a buzzsaw buzzing into the door, and we don't know what to do. We can see him in our cameras, and we're very scared. Have you opened up the door? No, because we're very scared that this might be a robbery of some sort. Are you sure that it's not anything dangerous? Sir, there's a person at the back door with a buzzsaw. I'll send an officer. Thank you. Hang up. So, at that point, Donna calls Rhonda. And no, Donna did not call Rhonda. Jeffrey called Rhonda. And Rhonda said she would be at our store in 10 minutes because she was at a store very, very close to ours doing a night inspection so it would be very easy to get over to my store. So she makes her way over to my store, and Rhonda comes flying in, and she runs straight to the back, and her son tries to follow, and she's like, no, you stay here. He's like, aw. And another person who also works for Subway is with her, and she's like, hi, I'm Ray, I work for Subway. And I was like, okay. So Rhonda walks all the way to the back door, opens it up, still buzzsawing, and at that point, Jeffrey and Donna are still on the phone. And this is how that phone call went, because we were watching in the cameras. And it seems she's laughing. She's laughing. Yeah, she's laughing. Okay. Alright. And so at this point, Donna's still on the phone with Jeffrey. Yeah. And I'm like, and Rhonda's, don't worry. It was Del Taco Bell. Everything is fine. They're putting in an air conditioner, and they were doing it after close and didn't tell you guys. And I was like, you mean to tell me that they were putting in an air conditioner this whole time and scared us? What if it had been a murderer? We didn't know. So, after everything is done and settled, quite literally, as Rhonda is leaving, where Donna hangs up the phone with Jeffrey, a customer walks in. And I walk up to wash my hands, and another woman walks in right behind them. And she walks straight up to the register. And I was like, hi, can I help you? Because normally when people walk right up to the register, they're buying cookies. I was like, hi, can I help you? What can I get for you today? And she goes, I work at Del Taco Bell, and my boss wanted me to give you this. And she hands it to me, and she goes, he wanted to apologize for not telling you about the air conditioner and felt really bad that you guys got scared and called the police. So I look at it, and it's a $25 gift certificate to Del Taco Bell. I was like, thank you. Thank you, I'm so sorry. We never used it. I don't know if it's expired or not, but we haven't used it. And so after I serve the customers, I'm like cleaning, and then as I'm cleaning up front, the police car shows up and is like, first off, they pull in like this. Our spaces are like this, and they just pull up right on the side next to the building, paying no attention to parking spaces. And he walks in, and he goes, he doesn't even walk up to us. He walks up to halfway around halfway up the line that you would get into to order your sandwich. And he's like, so we got a call about a buzzsaw? And at this point, Donna's like, yeah, basically, it was the Mexican restaurant next door, and we're not gonna die. And he was like, oh, you still open? Let me just say one thing. He showed up at 10:40, and we made the call at 9:50. So you mean to tell me that you were gonna order a sub? He didn't order a sub. We were like, yeah, we're still open. He was like, okay. And he turned around and he left. And I was like, okay. So, that's the story of the time I got a $25 gift certificate to the Mexican restaurant next door to my Subway. That is all I have for you guys today. If you like these stories, please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. We make new content whenever, but it's pretty consistent. You can also follow all of our social medias down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.